Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Celebrity Cars. We're located in Las Vegas, halfway between Henderson, Nevada and Summerlin, Nevada at 7770 Dean Martin Drive. Not too far away from the Strip. It's getting warm out. We've got lots of really cool cars in here, Ferraris, muscle cars, antique cars. We've got all kinds of cars. We run a car show every Saturday morning, all kinds of cool stuff coming to Las Vegas. 1989 GTA. Now, I'm going to nerd out here a little bit first, okay? It was a 1989 Trans Am GTA. Very near and dear to my heart, as I was about 15, 16 years old when this car came out. And kind of, you know, we all have our favorite cars, to each their own. And this falls in that bracket of automobiles for me. So before we go any further, I'm your living, breathing condition report. I know you've got a bunch of Trans Am weirdos all over the country, and you want to know what shape this one is in because you're looking for one of these because you can now afford to kick one around and feel like the old days, or not. Maybe you're young and want one too. But the big thing about this particular car is its paint. It's beautiful. We're going to go over it like almost inch by inch so you can see how beautiful it is. That's the problem with these automobiles. There's plenty of them on the market for sale. The prices are all over the darn place. I know you clicked on this one. It's got 129,000 miles on it. It's 4,000 miles a year. It's 32 years. Look at it. Yeah, it's been painted. It's so straight. Check it out. Watch the headlights. Just so you know. So, because we're going to go over all the operations of this car. Why is that a big deal? Because they're not clunking, making a bunch of bad noise. And check this out. Windows up. It's beautiful. I didn't have to slam it. The glass is in perfect shape. We're going to get back to all that stuff in just a minute. I'm jumping ahead of myself. 5.7, 235 horsepower born with, 300 and change torque. 0 to 60 is around 6 seconds. I mean, this is just the coolest darn car in the whole world. And to find one in this condition is very difficult. I know, because I seek these things all the time. I've got a couple friends here in town that have some, and this is a unmolested car. Okay, so you're not going to find fancy exhaust systems, I don't think, although it sounds really good. Maybe there's an aftermarket exhaust system on it. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that. I'm pretty sure over the 32 years, a couple things have switched around a bit. But we're going to look at all that stuff. Not only are we going to look at the engine, and we're going to study the interior and the paint and the wheels and tires, I'm going to put it up on a lift so we can see underneath it together too. I haven't seen it yet. We're going to see it for the first time. The motor compartment looks really nice, but that's also, you know, the normal panels around the motor where you can tell that this has been painted. But we're going to study the repaint. And I'm telling you, this car was repainted, I don't know how long ago. There was a question whether it was painted or not. It's been painted. The road wear that you normally get on vehicles, that we study these cars, that we get in here for sale, that I go over, each and every one of them. Go to celebritycars.com, watch all the videos. If you're digging another car in here, you won't find anywhere else on the internet that gets down to business as much as we do, and I do. So I hope you appreciate that. If you really like this GTA, you've been looking for one, I would follow along with every word that I've got, okay? I'm going to compliment the crap out of this car. It's beautiful. You're going to see a couple things that aren't perfect, and that's fine. But for the price and how awesome this car drives, and I've driven it, it's so awesome. No, it's no Hellcat. You're not going to win any drag races or anything like that. But I mean, man, if you wanted one of these, and you know how hard it is to find a hard top? They're all T-tops, bunch of T-tops, rattly T-tops, rattly, leaky T-tops, hard top car. So awesome. Okay, come on over here. I want to show you what I mean by getting into detail. Let's look at the front bumper. Where's most of the road wear come from while you're driving it? Okay. I won't bring up the 128,000 miles because there's no reason to do it. We don't know when this was painted. We don't know how much it's been enjoyed after the paint job, but I do know that the current owner has had it for a while. So it's been a while since it's been painted, and he questioned whether it was painted or not. So blah, blah, blah. You're getting the scoop here. All right, now I'm supposed to point out chips and scratches. There are a couple up front here. Do you see any? Yeah, I'll bet you can't. See, that's the difference between us and the other guy, because you get it in your driveway after you trusted me or your seller, and you go, hey. Okay, so we're going to do that. Come on over here. You ready for these big scary chips? It's two. I saw another one. Boy, when I've got to search this hard to find one, there it is. And then up here, there's one. And if you could back up the camera for me, please. Thank you. See them all? There aren't. There aren't. They're just so darn mild. They're so mild that it's not even worth picking it apart. Even your friends, they're not going to even consider themselves looking stupid to go, hey, Charlie, there's one. It's so red. It's so beautiful. I don't see any drips of paint. I haven't seen any. This is all, I don't know if they took it apart when they painted it, but I'll tell you what, this is just a really, really, really nice job. We're in Celebrity Cars' place. We had brand new LED lights installed about a year ago, right before the pandemic, and they are like magnifying glasses on paint, the blacks, the silvers, all of them. And they point out any little chicken scratch, any microfiber towel scratch, any scratch. So come on over here, hang it out over my left shoulder as we look down on the hood of this sucker, and you see how beautiful it is. I mean, I could, I'm studying the reflection off of some of the lights. I might see a watermark or two, but the paint is so solid. I don't even see any of that. What's that? The orange peeling stuff. I don't even see any of that. This is it's just a beautiful piece of red paint. This is a beautiful car. The windshield, although a little bit of tint crud developing right here on the side. This is all one beautiful piece of glass. There's barely any chips in it. There's one right there. I would presume that this isn't an original window. There's a couple little itty-bitty marks here and there that you can barely see, a little scratch here and there. In certain light and certain angles, you might be able to see more. But the windshield is in terrific shape. Let's stay on top of the car, and we'll work our way all the way around on top. This whole piece here looks good. I do see, I think, where a little bit of painting happened. But man, you really got to, I'm trying to help you out, Mr. Buyer, sitting on the other end of the phone. I see a little bit of red paint on this, okay? The gasket that goes around the window. There's a little bit of paint along this edge. But again, look, it was taped off really nicely. You can barely see that kind of stuff. This whole hood, or I'm sorry, roof, just looks awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. Anybody who sits home goes, oh, I should have taken out the windshield, should have done this, could have, no, because you don't want to take the opportunity for any of that kind of stuff to break. This isn't a $100,000 car here, folks, okay? This is a, mid-teens, high teens, low 20s, they all are. So you're not going to invest that much money in a paint job. I'm telling you that this is an awesome job. Rear glass, it's beautiful. I don't see any crud buildup. I do see a little bit right here on the metal, and this usually really goes to pot, like this whole thing all the way around. And there's just a couple little, it's not wear, it's sun, it's oxidation, it's normal wear and tear. All right, let's look at this back spoiler. You're looking at it like I'm looking at it, folks, all the way across. Again, no orange peel. I would also like to tell you that this car has not been professionally detailed as far as like a wheel is concerned. I didn't even wax it. I love waxing these things, and I didn't even do that. So even though this is just like a brilliant, beautiful red, I can see a little bit that I bet you can't pick up on the camera unless you come over here and you look down this way, that you know, a little bit of not even polish, just some wax would shine up a couple little sections of this car. But look at I have got nothing to show you here. No chips, no nothing. It's beautiful. And down here, down below, can you see these? Can you see those? You can't see them? Okay, come on over here. There you go. See them? I want you to be able to see this stuff, folks. See that in the light right there? Those little scratches right there in the paint? They are so mild, a polish would make those disappear. There's no gouging here. I can't put my finger in those at all. Down here, this whole lower part of the bumper, on the edges, on the sides, this is where you always get the spider webbing, that awful spider webbing that nothing you can do about until you get it painted. There's no spider webbing going on back here. There's no additional cracks. I'm gonna spin it right here. We'll do this together to bring it around a little bit more in the light. This rear end here. So just a couple little minor abrasions, only over here. There's nothing over here on this side. And let's just dissect this rear bumper back here. No one is backed into squat. There's nothing. There's nothing. I'm gonna run my hand down here across the bottom. I don't feel any drips of paint or anything. I actually want to know who painted this car now. The rear tail light lenses, I'm going to go out on a limb and say they look almost new. They're beautiful. These are beautiful real tail. The eagle in the back looks terrific. Inside these letters, for the most part, they've been cleaned. I see a couple little gooks in there and some leftover wax, but all of that is in fabulous shape. The rear tail light back here really looks good too. Okay, what have we not done yet? I jumped down to the rear bumper. I'm going to spin it around so we'll work our way up the passenger side of the car. Sorry, this video is going to be a tad bit longer because that's what it means a lot to these vehicles, that you know all these body parts down here. If you see down here, these bolts, all this stuff is nice and straight. It all looks really good. This is very nice. This hasn't been banged up. I see a cleaning issue here and there that I should have done a little bit better of a job, but I wasn't in charge this time around. The wheels have very little wear. If you can see the chrome, I'll get out of the way. You can take a look at that chrome in the wheel and you can see just a little bit of wear there. I don't think any polish is going to help it, but it's not the really cruddy, you know, what normally happens to those polished aluminum lips. It's not all crudded up, and it really still shines beautiful and nice. Okay, quickly, because I've already dissected this myself, this is gorgeous all the way down the side of the passenger side of the car. It's beautiful from top to bottom, and the door panels line up awesome. Nothing is off even a little. I'm going to open up the passenger side door so you can just look in there real quick, and I'm going to close it because I know this means a lot to you folks. Oh, crap. Windows are both up. It's nice and tight and nice and clean. I did see, there's a couple, a little bit of touch-up paint was used right here on this side mirror, but they're so small and it was so nicely done that it's really difficult to see. Finish up this, underneath the GTA, look at that. Now that's a chip, folks, okay? Sorry about that, but there's one right there. That's why we're doing this together. Hope you can appreciate the detail here. The whole remaining part of the nose cone. Check this out. Look how all this all lines up. Just beautiful. It's gorgeous. This is why these are the kinds of cars that we buy. That, you know, I'm around 50 years old. A lot of people are wanting to buy these cars again, and they wind up getting one that's half beaten to death and all crapped up, because what did we do with these cars? We beat the crap out of them. Come on. It was awesome. Okay, driver's side. I see a couple scratches right here, but really light, and any detailer, even yourself, can get them out on your own. They're really light. I didn't see those before. They're stupid light. And we're over here on the driver's side. Look at this intersection as well. Even if it, you know, the repaint, it's just so nicely done. There's no crap, there's no buildup anywhere. You can see that this part was not painted. I can feel it and I can see it. Sorry, my hands are a little dirty. You know, this part here was not painted, but you know, it didn't need to be. Wheel and tire looks really good. Again, the same kind of, just a hair bit of these little itty bitty. It's really nothing, folks. Okay, work our way down the driver's side here. I just see nothing but beautiful paint. Again, the window tint really looks good. The door handle really looks good. It's not all faded. The door lock has got a little bit of crud on it, but I think everybody will live. Oh, looks like we have some touch-up paint right here on this stripping. I'll get out of your way so you can see. Just a couple little sections right here. Once again, tastefully done. This car is not loaded with touch-up paint. It's just a couple. Really, here's another one right there. But you didn't even see that while you were watching the video. These are fingerprints. There it is right there. I didn't even see that sucker. See how nicely done this was? I have to really search for the paint chips. Maybe a small abrasion there. Good luck finding that in the camera lens. And all back here, look how it all lines up. You'd be real proud to own this one. This is a really nice car. And the hardtop all looks great. No chips or scratches. Take a look inside here real quick. The keys are in my hand. I'm going to open the rear hatch. This I have not done yet, so we're doing this together. Oh, okay. So I did not do any cleaning back here. I should have done that. Just some watermarks, I'll get them off. And it seems we have an aftermarket sound system, folks. I did not know that. I guess I should have known by the sparkly, shiny stereo system in there. So it's not 100% unmolested. But you got some rock and roll. Look at these body panels. I'm sorry, interior panels, this gray. No great big gouges in them. They're not perfect, but I don't see any of the normal. See, that's a scratch right there. But it's really, it's nice. I don't know if we can open this anymore because these speakers are here. I'm not going to pull these speakers out. This carpet is really nice. I see two little black marks right there. Not really sure what that is. It's not terrible. This gray piece down here looks good. I'll clean that, I promise. Okay, I'm going to close this up. It seems like that still functions. So it closes electronically and seals down. I forgot all about that. Okay, let's look in the engine compartment. Then we'll get to the windows and all that stuff. There's your 5.7 liter tune port injection 350. Now, as you're looking underneath here, you get kind of sort of the idea that this car's been painted. I mean, look at all this original framework here that's kind of sort of the flat red. So I do want you to see that. If you could spend a little bit of time in this juncture, because this is where people go, has it been hit? Has it been put back together again? I could tell. Well, we're going to cover all that so you can see loud and clear if this car has been smashed up and repaired and so on and so forth. But I don't see any of those things. But I'll let you take a look. The headliner to the engine compartment is a little worn, but I'm pretty sure that these things can easily be replaced and cleaned up. The things I see on this car that need to be done are literally nickel and dime. Okay, so we're going to let the hood drop. Look at that. Now let's get some functioning lights up front. If you could back up and I'll turn the lights on so you can see everything works well. And then just the park lights. They work good. Now I'm going to start it real quick because I don't want to do this later. We're going to make the power windows go up and down. This is another big key with third gen buyers, even fourth gen. Make sure these windows work. And it sounds really awesome. We'll get back to that in a minute. All right, driver's side window. And passenger. They are big ticket items on these cars to make sure that those things work. Because first of all, they're a pain in the butt to do. And second of all, boy, I don't know where you find a regulator to get those fixed up. But come on, let's dive in here. Let's take a look at this beautiful interior. The panels on the insides of the doors look fabulous. The seats are super comfortable. There's not a whole lot of wearing at all. Thank the Lord that these aren't leather, because I'll tell you right now, they would not be in this condition. So this stuff is super nice. If you could come on in here just a little bit more and take a look at how nice this dashboard is. All the old type buttons. We'll play with these once we go for a ride. The shifter here is in terrific shape. This entire panel, these panels, from holding on to dear life when you tried to do the Rockford files, whip it around, because that's what we used to do with these things in the V8. You know, you'd hold on to these panels and they would break right off and they would get all scratched up and banged up. So, and also come on down here and check out these RPO codes. That's a fan favorite with all my Trans Am friends. So just get it in focus there. They can pause it and study it to see all the options that this came with. You got your wheel locks down in there, and hey, don't tell anybody. Okay, all these buttons look awesome. The gauges look great. We'll go over and look at that a little bit better. Hopefully the photos at celebritycars.com will show you how the dashboard lights up really nice. This is not the full-blown digital sucker. This is all analog with just a little bit of digital stuff thrown in. Here's your aftermarket Kenwood sound system. I have not touched it at all, nor have I tried the air conditioning system yet, and I do not know if that works yet or not. So we'll check all that kind of stuff out when we go along for the ride. Check out the floor, the carpet. The headliner in here is mint. Find a third gen F body that you don't know everything about and find a headliner in this nice a shape. These are beautiful too. No mirror on this side, just a mirror over here for your chick or significant other, and that's pretty awesome. But man, it's just absolutely beautiful in here. If you're looking for a Trans Am GTA, folks, you better snatch this one up. No cracked doors, no cracked dash. It is so nice and straight, my Lord. And look, there's even a microphone in here for hands-free Bluetooth talking. So that's why the fancy sound system was put in. Inside these sills, you do find your normal scratching from getting in and out of the car. But man, look, it's red. It's red. Yeah, go ahead and pick on these little lines. Get some polish out, make them go away. They'll be fine. Inside here, both of these jams. I mean, well, that didn't work out very well when we did it. Okay, clean thumb, ready? Clean car. Took me 2 shots of that. These have been dirty since this morning. Okay, I'm gonna close this door again. Listen how nice that is. I'm gonna close the driver's side door. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the inside compartment of this 1989 Trans Am GTA. Well, I continue to geek out. I have noticed a couple things. I'm glad you're sticking along with this video and you're paying attention. Over here to my left, the window tint has a couple little dots in it over here. As a couple, I mean really, really, really small, the size of a pen head. And there's about 12 of them, and I could put my finger in them. So you'd have to get this retinted over here if you were really, really picky. I'm not that picky, I'd be fine with it. It's just going over the condition, folks. Once again, it's nice and comfy in here. It's not leather, so it's not wappy in here. It's nice and comfy with this normal with the normal seats. The plastic in here looks terrific. There seems to be some kind of coating on this steering wheel, which makes it very, very cool. It feels very today Porsche-like, believe it or not. I know, crazy, huh? The gauges all look great in the light. I'm gonna check out and make sure the air conditioner works. I'm not really sure how to work the radio, but we'll figure it out. The radio does say front and rear USB, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio. Probably has the Bluetooth, all that kind of stuff. There's a microphone right here to talk to your friends, hands-free. I believe this mirror was redone because it's got a compass in it, and it's got a really cool extra light feature to it. I'm looking at the dash, this leather pouch up here with the Trans Am logo on its beautiful performance suspension. All those letters are nice and clear. I'm noticing the regular cloth walls are very clean and very nice. I shouldn't be touching them. I shouldn't be touching anything in here. I don't think my hands are clean enough. The seat belts all look good, and like I said, this headliner looks beautiful. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna start the car. I'm gonna put it in drive, and I'm gonna get up to about 40 miles an hour. I'm gonna hit the brakes real good, make sure they work all well and stuff, okay? Listen to this. I'll roll the window down real quick so you can hear this. The motor sounds very, very healthy and strong. Let's check out the air conditioning. Let's turn that on while we're sitting here. Oh, gonna crank up the air. It's cold already. So, good working air conditioning. That didn't take long. The radio is currently on standby. I'm gonna hit the source HD radio. Down for love and up for air. Wow. Holy mackerel. Okay, so that's one heck of a sound system. Remember seeing those speakers in the back? Woohoo! Awesome. Okay, now that there's a truck in my way, I'm getting ready to go. You know what? I'm just gonna cruise real slow. Sorry, we've been interrupted. Because our path is blocked, I'm gonna do a little U-turn. Listen. Little speed bump. Very, very minimal rattle. Oh, nice shift into second gear. My foot's on the brake. Now, I was only doing 20 miles an hour. Let's not get excited here. My foot's on the brake. The RPM's down to 500. And it sounds awesome. My temperature gauge is up to about, I don't know, 140. Oil pressure's great. The battery is perfect. Got plenty of gas. The buttons all look good. Man, it's just, okay, I'm back on the gas. Foot's on the brake. My left turn signal's on. My foot's on the brake. My left turn signal's on again. The brakes are awesome. Foot's back on the brake. I'm doing our normal run in reverse because there was a truck in the way earlier. So I'm stopping and I'm going to hit the gas. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. You can listen to the shifts. I'm not going to hit it hard. Don't get excited. Foot's on the brake, just to slow down. Gonna go back on the gas just a little bit more, and I'm gonna hit the brakes pretty hard at about 40 miles an hour. 3, 2, 1. This might be my new favorite car. Go ahead, got 50 cars in there. Watch all the other videos and see where I said this might be my new favorite car. I lie, I might have said it once. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, 1989 GTA that has obviously been very, very, very well taken care of. I feel so good driving this car. If you're looking for a Trans Am GTA in 1989, you want it almost perfect and to drive like a dream. This is it. This is it. I'm sorry, I'm getting so excited here, but back in neutral. This is awesome. Give us a call. celebritycars.com or 702-818-1031. Give us a call if you have any questions. My name's Scott. Thanks for putting up with me. You'll be very, very lucky to own this vehicle. That's all I have to say. Thanks a lot.